Larry here, and welcome to my basic rundown on Briar, the Restrained Hunger. So, long story short, Briar is a living weapon created by the Black Rose out of a single drop of blood. After 2 failed missions where she just straight up killed everybody, she was shackled in her pillory by Swain's forces. This restraint actually gave her sanity above the endless call for bloodlust, and so she actually kind of liked it. And even after figuring out how to take it off, she kept it on to keep her mind. Then she sneaks some blood, busts out of jail, and that's where we are. But I know that you're not here for the law, you filthy, unholy degenerates. So, let's get on to the abilities. Briar's passive is called Crimson Curse. Her basic attacks and abilities apply a bleed for 5 seconds that can stack 9 times. This bleed deals a flat amount of damage plus bonus damage based on level, bonus AD, and the amount of stacks applied. Now, the interesting part is Briar heals for 25% of the pre-mitigation damage dealt from this passive, but has no passive healing, so, maybe balanced? If Briar kills a target with bleed on, she will heal for 100% of the remaining bleed damage, so think of it kind of like a mini reverse Death Dance. Briar's healing is also increased by up to 50% based on missing health, and she also has no mana. Instead, her abilities cost 6% of her current health to cast. Her Q is called Head Rush. It's a point and click where Briar will leap a short distance to a target, stunning them for a flat 0.85 seconds, dealing damage scaling with bonus AD, and applying a scaling armor reduction based on the ability level, scaling from 10 to 26%. Her W is called Blood Frenzy, with a recast called Snack Attack. Briar will dash a short distance and self-taunt to the nearest enemy for the next 5 seconds. Champs aren't prioritized. If there is someone in range, you gain scaling attack speed, movement speed, and a bonus physical damage cleave to surrounding enemies. If you recast, you cast Snack Attack, which empowers your next auto attack with scaling execute physical damage and heals for 30% of the damage dealt. There are a lot of stats on this, so I'll just put them on screen. E is Chilling Scream, and reminds me of my ex. It's a charged ability, and on charging, you cleanse the effects of Blood Frenzy, gain 35% damage reduction, and restore 10% max health over 1 second. On release, you launch a wave that deals a certain amount of damage based on 100% bonus AD and AP, and also slows for 80% for 0.5 seconds. If it's fully charged, it knocks the target back, and if they hit a wall, it deals even more damage and stuns for 1.5 seconds. Now her ult, Certain Death. I love this ability because it's the definition of full send. Briar will go full bend it like Beckham on her gemstone in a chosen direction with a very long range. If the gemstone hits a champion, Briar will channel for a short period and then dash to the target, dealing physical damage and causing surrounding enemies to flee for 1.5 seconds. She then enters an empowered Blood Frenzy, which grants her extra armor, MR, lifesteal, and movement speed until she dies, or the target does. There can be only one. You can also recast E. Now after a little play, I have 1 or 2 quick tips before letting you all loose on the Rift. First off, working with Blood Frenzy. It's a great ability, but there are a few quirks with it. There's a range to it, which is not in the tooltip and not in the description, so I'll show it on screen right now real quick. If you W with no targets in range, you simply do the dash and put the ability on cooldown while gaining none of the bonus stats, so it's worth keeping in mind the range when you cast this. Also, if you cast W and get taunted to the wrong target, it can be really frustrating. Now you can simply cancel the Blood Frenzy by channeling E, but then you lose all the bonus stats. Another handy way to get around this is if the enemy you want is within Q range, you can cast Q on them, and Briar will leap to them with Head Rush and then continue in her frenzied state with all those bonus stats, but attacking the new target instead of the original one. The empowered Blood Frenzy is a bit different. She's real crazy about killing her target here, so the only way to stop attacking your primary target is to channel E. That being said, you can still Q another target, but she will return to attacking the original prey of Certain Death. That's all I've got for you. I think she's super fun, and I can't wait to play her. But not on PvE. Screw that.